Hello, golden tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Uncharted Waters 2 with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we explored a good section of the Americas, primarily the Amazon River, which had a ton of villages and even some medallions, some gold in it. And now we're down in South America, just exploring around. We sort of patched up our ship, got some more crew, got some more wood, and we're just going to continue exploring. Nothing much else to say. I think there's a river system down here, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm not 100%. Either way, we've got lots of food, so it's no big deal. Rat poison? No, we don't have any rat poison. Haven't found anywhere that sells it yet. So unfortunately, whenever we get the rat event, we're just going to lose some food. We found the port of Montevideo. There's a little river system. Here we go. Nothing. No, we haven't been rich enough or lucky enough to find any of the really nice purchasable items to really stock up our ship. Alright, village time. Here we go. Everyone's favorite. What do we find in South America? And yes, just like last time, I'm gonna kind of speed through this a little bit. I'm not sure if this is the most efficient way to spend your food on the searching, but this is the way I like to do it, so. We found a cultural artifact. We found a clay monster. At least it didn't eat anybody. A clay figure of a monster with large head and fangs. Alright, that was not particularly interesting, just something that they built out of clay. That's a cultural artifact, I guess. Some of these prizes are not as good as others. Alright, let's try this again. Should be taking bets on how far we have to search, or how much entertaining it's going to take to get each new discovery. I'm fairly certain that the more friendship required, the more dangerous they will be. Possibly more valuable, but probably dangerous. Alright, we're up to 50. Still no go. 60. A monster that killed 13 crew. We found the giant ground sloth, a slow-moving, hairy mammal with sharp claws. Rumor has it this 20 feet tall creature walks upright and feeds on leaves and branches. So the 13 slowest crew members just got eaten by a very slow, very large sloth that typically eats like avocados. That's great. Alright, so let's reassign the survivors. I'm glad we stocked up to 40 crew in the last town. How does this look? We'll go a little bit slower. I don't know if it's better. I mean, yeah, a 20-foot tall bear, essentially. That's even a slow bear. That's pretty scary. I wish we could stop putting someone on cannons. I'm gonna travel a little bit slower, no, I'm not. I'd rather just check all the coasts myself than... like, I'd rather do more lookout searching myself than lose out on speed. So we'll try it like that. If I could just say 25 on sailing, 2 on lookout, I would, but you can't really just force it. So yeah, unfortunately, a bunch of our crew died again. We still have some lookouts. It just means we have to go, like, all the way to the tip of the river before you know for sure it's empty. And of course, it means we eat less food, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Alright, so this, I don't actually have any idea what this river system is called, but I believe that's the end of this river system exploration. And there might not be much more south of here, but I just want to get to the southern tip of South America before I turn around. Just making sure there's no ports because we don't have a full lookout right now. Still have a fair bit of food, no big deal. Just hugging the coast. How are we looking on the map? Are we almost there? We gotta be, yeah, that's pretty much it. A tiny little river system, or is this just... is this nothing? Oh, this is just... yeah, okay. I know where they are. Uh-oh. The wind's dying down. What does that mean? No wind. Can we not move at all with no wind? Like, we have a current. This is bad. Stupid South America. Where'd the wind go? I, like, literally can't move my ship at all. Well, we're dead. It's been nice knowing you guys. Wonder if I should try doing this. There's nothing wrong with our ship. Just have a look around. Sure. We'll just wait a day or two on shore, and then maybe now we can sail? All right, the wind's back. Hooray! Now, I said I wasn't going to explore the western coast of South America. I lied. I'm a dirty liar. I can't resist the exploration. I wish I had my full lookout, so I didn't have to check all these little inlets the same. I'm just gonna keep going until, I don't know. How are we doing for food? We got enough food to keep going. We can't recruit more crew in that town, so it doesn't really help me. If I head up to Panama, I know we can recruit more people in Panama, so it's only a matter of time before we find an actual port that will let us restock. And I've got the money for it, so it's fine. A little bit of an extra trip here. But yeah, there's no shopping, there's no bars. Supply ports are just to get more food, basically. At least there's lots of supply ports on the west coast of South Africa. Here we go. Or South America. Alright, it's worth the time, right? Totally worth it. Now, if we get eaten by a sloth here, we're gonna have a bad time. We could be renaming all the ports, that's true. Uh-oh. How dangerous is this one gonna be? Ruins of an ancient civilization. Not dangerous at all. Unless they're sacrificing you at the top of the altar to the god of blood. A pyramid-shaped shrine in the central Andes with distinctive frontal stairs climbing 33 feet to the top. It's almost like heads were designed to roll down it. Isn't that the right pyramid for that? Rats again, man. There's just rats everywhere. Can we just get some cats? Okay, food's getting a little bit low, but I'm confident that we're pretty close to a port. Unless the wind goes out and then we're all dead. Oh, we didn't even have to do anything. We just immediately found something. Cultural artifact. We found a terracotta figure. You can find a cat in Turkey and Chinese. Wow, it's a long way to either of those right now. Do you get to make the Panama Canal? No. That would be awesome, though. You'd save so much time. The large sculpture represents a legendary hero worshipped by local tribes. Its sculpting technique and intricate design prove that this area has highly advanced culture. Had the measles has killed them all off by now, so there's not very many of them left. Alright, we made it to Panama. This is probably as far as I'm gonna go, though. It would be awesome if you could just stop in Panama and then get picked up on the north coast rather than the south coast. Probably locked. Yeah, we'll come back in the morning. Alright. So let's see. First off, let's see if there's any captains or whatever we're calling them to join up in Panama. Nope. Empty. And we could definitely use some more crew. So let's do the full 50, because it's cheap. 50 servings of hot cocoa. So that some tough sailors will join up. I probably paid too much money, but it's fine. Hopefully we won't get eaten by any giant sloths on our return voyage. So we shouldn't need to pick up too many more men after that. Let me check the item shop out while we're here. You can find captains in the inn too. Oh yeah, I think it's like lower odds. We've already got lime juice. I don't really want a garnet brooch. It's a nice treasure, but yeah, it'd be like all my money. Alright. I'm not really terribly worried about finding captains, I suppose. But yeah, if you're being thorough, I suppose it's worth double checking here, this guy. I heard a good navigator was at the cafe. Didn't I just check there and there was nobody? I guess it's a new day. These guys are liars. Don't listen to them. They're just full of liars. Alright, let's get out of here. Can't believe anything they say. Alright, we still got 18,000 gold or so. We're totally fine. They refer to your own crew? Yeah, that's great. Alright, so basically I'm going to try to sail back around South Africa or South America. There's one small river system we missed on the east coast. Then we head back to the Caribbean, finish exploring that section, and then we head back to Portugal. That's the plan. Are my crew not good navigators? I mean, I'm better than all of the crew, basically. So we're gonna do a little bit of save or fast forward hopping through here. I don't think we need to worry about storms per se. So this will just save us a fair bit of time. Unless we get stuck in a, well, any kind of bad event, I guess. That's fine. Just don't miss your little... Seriously? South America sucks. We got... At least that wind event didn't last quite as long, but... Basically stuck without any wind is pretty dumb. In Uncharted Waters 1, it was always the... what was it? In the Caribbean area, you could get hit by, like, seaweed or something, and then you'd, like, lose your rudder. Oh, man, that was terrible. So I'm looking for not this river system. We did this one already. It's way further up the coast. Actually, it's kind of nice seeing some other ships sailing around here. How are we doing for food? Still good for the moment. This is the one I'm looking for. Might have been... Actually, maybe I should have stopped and buy some food, to be honest. Oh, well. Dang it! Friggin' rats every time. Every time I... Oh, there's... Oh, wow. Okay, I thought this would be an actual river system. It's just Pernambuco. Alright, so there's probably no more villages for us. We're just gonna pick up the last few ports and then we'll head home. We can check for stuff while we're here, I suppose. A navigator at the cafe. Probably our own people. Yeah, we're getting rats all the time. It's kind of rude. Plate mail. Wow, that'd be nice. Not worth it, though, right now. Lots of different armor, weapons and armor you can get. Oh, look, it actually is someone you could theoretically recruit. Cisco Alvarez. Ahoy there. Ahoy there, Hades. How would you like to join the crew? No thanks. Have a treat. How would you like to join us? Still no thanks. Come on, buddy. Get on my boat. This guy's a jerk. 40 gold a month. The most expensive captain we've got yet. Alright, we can fire him if we need to. Let's see what he looks like. Is this guy worth 40 gold a month? Siskel Alvarez. He joins level 5 and level 5. He's caught combat experience, loyal to Portugal. I mean, if I ever want to make a combat fleet, having more people like this early on is not the worst. But he does not really assist us in any way without... I need someone with, like, more navigating and bookkeeping skills, because I don't have a lot of those right now. So, yeah, it's too bad. You can keep treating them to lower the wage value. Maybe it's probably RNG. I think it's a base wage is sort of based on their levels that they start with. So because he starts at like level 5, he just costs a little bit more by default. Alright, we still got enough money, we're fine. Let's keep the sort of speed up here, because we're just backtracking. How long has the stream been going? 2 hours? I don't know. Uptime, exclamation point uptime in the YouTube chat might work. Stream bot should know. I can't remember when I started the stream. Alright, this is Caribbean. One word, probably. Okay, these... Well, I found Santo Domingo. I thought there'd be more ports on that. There you go. 2 hours. Hey, that's about right. So I guess I started about 9 my time. Isn't this Port Royal right there? Yeah, there you go. Jamaica? It's not called Jamaica yet. Jamaica's like after it like rebelled or whatever, isn't it? A mermaid bracelet? Ooh, it's just treasure though. We don't need treasure like that. Around the same time. Yeah, the daylight savings time messes everyone up. I hate it. I guess that's not too far away, is it, either? Everyone loses an hour of sleep. Hey, Richard Huxley! We could try to recruit this guy. Let's just treat him a whole bunch. Oh, what did he say? A knack for courage. Alright. 20 gold. Well, that's cheap enough. Good enough. You never change time zones in Arizona. Oh. I guess they mostly do it in, like, areas with farms or something, I guess. Or, I don't understand it. Alright, Richard Huxley. Wow, he's another pirate combat unit. We've got a lot of kind of lame mates, basically, here. I don't think I've recruited a single good one. I've got, like, was this the 3rd or 4th? That's the 4th recruit. They've all been pretty poor. So, it's too bad. Alright, anyway, we're just sort of exploring around at sort of high speed right now. It's pretty much time to head back to Portugal, though. 37 days should be more than enough as well. Is there anything I missed over here? If I head north, there might be something on that little island. I forget the name of the island, just to the east of Florida. Oh, look, there's another one there. Sure, Santiago. Why not? Lots of stuff in the Caribbean to check out, I guess. Maybe I missed some stuff over on the north side of this island. In Pirates Gold, there was nothing along the north coast, but there was like Havana or something in the inside. There's a guy that usually hands out in Lisbon who's a great bookkeeper. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think Camilo can do bookkeeping, but I don't know if he's very good at it. Alright, so let's go through the Bermuda Triangle. Right? Isn't that like right about here? Somewhere like a little bit east and north of here, I think, is the Bermuda Triangle. Let's just put a save down. We're gonna just head over to Europe the lazy way. wish I could put my sails diagonally. I still can't find a proper way to go diagonally in this game. But your speed would be so much faster. In the first game, you just press the L or R button, and then you could manually change your direction, but... I don't know. It's fine. We'll probably survive. We're, like, maybe halfway across now. Let's just speed this up a little bit, because this is a lot of nothing. There, we got the wraparound. Where is this? Where are we? Argin? Sounds kind of French. Are we in France? I don't want to be in France. Oh, we're way south. Dangerous. I could have got hit by a storm there. Argin's way south. Alright. That'll teach me. Do I have enough food to make it all the way up to Lisbon? I think we're actually just north of the storm zone. Argin might be the point where you want to turn west. I think actually that island there, whatever the name of that one is, just to the west we just sailed by. I think that's the way to sail to the Caribbean safely, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, 66 food, we'll be fine. We still have like 10 or 20 days of eating. It's late November, you should be safe. I don't trust the months at all. Storms can get you anytime. Anyway, we've sailed to the New World, and we've returned. And we've got so many discoveries. Let's get rich. And he's probably just gonna give me like, oh, you found some masks. Interesting. So how much do you think we're gonna get? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We actually have 5, 10, 14. 14 items. I bet you we'll average about 10,000 each. So if it's 10,000 each for 14,000, that's like 140,000. Might not be quite as much as that. They might not average 10,000. I bet you we'll have 100,000 gold by the time we're done this. We'll see. This one's probably not worth that much. It's just a totem pole. 5 grand. Okay, that's half as much as I'm hoping for averages. Jade mask. That's got to be good. Cultural artifact, right? 10,000 gold. All right, well, that's what I was hoping for. And we found a cool lake with emeralds in it. That's going to be worth some money. 75. Okay, I'm definitely averaging less than 10,000. A Venus flytrap. That might not be worth very much either. It's just a dumb plant. Well, 6,200, you know. Looks like we're averaging closer to 7,000 than 10,000. Niagara Falls. Well, seeing as where we found it, this should totally be worth a lot of money. Super! 20,000! That puts the average up a little bit better. Excellent. I need some more Niagara Falls. Water lily. 6-foot water lilies are pretty cool. 7,500. Okay, not bad, not bad. Alright, Pororoka. This was this cool giant tidal wave in the middle of the Nile. Extra! We got 15 grand. Ooh. We might be getting close to 100k by the end here if the average keeps going up. Okay, so one weird turtle, probably not that good. Great. We actually got 16 grand for a stupid turtle. Man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's just giving us money for nothing. Just telling them stupid stories about random stuff now. Alright, the balsa was just a stupid boat. This is like 2,000 gold, right? It's not worth anything. We have a better boat than this. 13,000. I can't predict this at all. Look at this. 13,000 gold for a tiny native boat. Alright, now this one. This guy, the Archaeopteryx, this guy was... He ate like 12 people. This has got to be worth something serious, right? 20k, right? At least 20k. Super! 22,000 gold. Bam. All right. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to make it, guys. We're going to be rich. Clay monster. 5 grand. 17,000 for the clay monster. Some random native dude just had some clay and designed this scary face, and this guy gave me 17,000 gold for it. Man, I am rich. Giant ground sloths. Okay, now this was pretty scary. 20-foot tall sloth that ate like 12 sailors. A lot of dead sailors here. What? You discovered the giant ground sloth? You're amazing. The world's greatest adventure. Okay, 50k. I expect 50,000 for this one. This is hardly enough. Holy crap! Remember when I was like, maybe we'll make 100,000 gold? Well, it turns out one sloth is worth 100,000 gold, guys. Nice. Making bank today. What else have we discovered? Well, we found the Temple of the Sun. You know, some cool ruins over in Mayan territory. Yeah. 17,000, sure, whatever. That's fine. And finally, last but not least, one terracotta figure. It's a cultural artifact, though. The artists love this stuff. 87. Nothing. I just can't predict it. Alright, any tips? Okay, he's still talking about the one over in, like, India direction. Huh, alright. Well, I think money is no longer... We should upgrade from broke Ankylo to rich Ankylo, or at least not broke. I mean, 28 gold bars isn't the end of the game by any stretch. There are lots of things we could spend that on very quickly, but we are definitely doing well. And we could certainly build ourselves a better ship at this point. With 200... Basically, if we were taking bets on how much money I was going to make, and I originally guessed 140,000, 10k per item at 14 items, we basically doubled that, and I think I had like 15,000 gold to start with or so. Or, yeah, 1 gold bar and like 5,000 gold when I got here. So we got like 27 gold bars basically. That's pretty darn awesome. So the next ship we make might have to be the bling rather than the cheap. Might want to start investing. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs to invest up just yet. I'm going to go talk to the king of Italy or whatever first. But yeah, we're going to probably want to start spending that money on a better ship. I do have a guide open on the side, and I'd like one of the faster ships fairly soon. So we'll pick a port, and we'll invest a little bit to get a better ship. Try to get a ship with oars. There's an upgrade. Hold on, just a second. I was reading this not very long ago. I'm looking for maybe an easy upgrade to... What's the name of the ship? See, they generally recommend a La Real, R-E-A-L-E-S. And they generally recommend looking for Antwerp or Bordeaux to upgrade, basically. So, that's kind of what they're thinking at. It takes 1,000 industry and economy to unlock it, so it's not too hard to get. And in Bordeaux, it only makes... Look at this, we've got people in chat that know all about the game. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about, like, optimizing this perfectly, but I have a little guide, and I do kind of remember, if you're in about this phase of the game, working for a La Real is a nice upgrade. We've only got a now right now, just a lousy now. And if I had a La Real, I'd probably I'd probably put a good figurehead on it, and then I'd be pretty happy. And then we might not get murdered by bad events on our trip to... Like, the next big trip is probably to Japan, actually, so... It's a long way to go. So first off, let's go sail over to Italy, basically, because we know that they're looking for us, and we can certainly make that trip. This is not where I meant to go. You have 2 houses in Okinawa. Well, we could buy out we could invest in Japan, and then we'd own the whole place. Make them loyal to Italy or something, and then just run the entire country. All right, let's head back to what's technically the capital of Italy in this game. Do I have to go all the way to Venice, or can I stick to something closer? Genoa, maybe? I think we started in Genoa, right? So might be the trade capital. There you go. Capital of Italy. Nice. Japan is too insular to allow foreign rule. You just gotta bring some muskets. And some religion. You'll be fine. Alright, let's just check the item shop, because I'm still missing out on a ton of stuff. But now I've got some money, so I should be actually looking for some upgrades here. None of this is gonna matter, though. Did Rides leave? Probably fell asleep. Oh, he said his apartment was bugging him or something. He had to go run. Might as well check for captains. We could try Niccolo Montagna. There's actually a bunch of people. No, this is page 1. So he's the only one we could recruit. I have no idea if he's any good. In Uncharted Waters 1, I played it enough as a kid, and there was a smaller roster, so I generally recognize the good sailors by their picture. Nowadays, in Uncharted Waters 2, I don't know who's good or not. Like, it could be anybody. 50 gold without any treating? We had some requests for trying to lower monthly cost by treating a bit before you recruit them. We'll test it out, see if this actually drops it from 50 at all. It did go down. I don't know if that's just random or what, but you probably pay like 10 gold per treat or something, so you're not even really saving a lot of money, but it only went down to 30. I think I'm just going to stop at that point. I can always ditch him if we don't like his stats. So let's see. What do we get here? Hopefully he's got a skill that I want. Niccolo Montagna. So loyal to Italy. He's actually a relatively high. That's nice. We're able to recruit relatively high level captains now. He's got navigation, which is probably good. Not amazing attributes, but some fighting attributes. You can't fire sailors. They have to want a defect. I thought you could kick them out. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I mean, your full fleet is 10. Like, if you want to actually build up a full fleet, you need a lot of captains for all your vessels, so I guess there isn't a fire button here. I'm pretty sure you could fire them in the first game, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, if he's got navigation, he'll be... What we can do is we can put Camillo on bookkeeping, so he actually has the skill. And then we can put the new guy on navigation, chief navigation, because he's actually got the right skill for it. Or no, he needs celestial navigation for that. Yeah, there'd be a star if there's anyone that had the right skill. Whatever. I'm just going to leave it like that. At least Camillo has bookkeeping. I guess first mate... Maybe it is normal navigation for first mate that counts, yeah. And then chief navigator is the celestial navigation, which nobody has. Anyway, let's put somebody here, whoever. I mean, Cesaro's our friend, so he can be there, I guess. Or no, Camillo's our friend. Cesaro's like the pirate. Our first recruit. Anyway, it's fine. I don't know how much of a difference any of those appointments are really going to make this early in the game. You can increase their wages. I remember that, right? Yeah, if they don't like you, you can pay them more. And then if we just put them in a ship and let them sink, yeah, that would work. There's always a way if you try, if you put your mind to it. Alright, let's go visit with the king. See what he's got to say. Or, I guess it's not a king, it's like Governor General or whatever. Our first visit to the king. Hello there, Broke. I've heard quite a bit about you lately. You look like someone I can count on. I'd like you to do a task for me. I've heard you're quite an adventurer. I want you to travel the world and find... See, I don't know if I should do this. Like, my main story is giving discoveries to the Duchess of Lisbon. I'm not sure if this is really productive or not. I mean, this is how we'll rank up with Italy, but... I wonder if he pays you less or more than the Duchess does for your story. I mean, I'll say yes, right? I'll say yes either way, but... I kind of want the royal ranks. Based on your highest fame. Yeah, we're pretty famous, so we should be able to blitz through some of his ranks pretty quick. Find a discovery, and then it'll be deliver a thing, and then buy some grain or whatever. It won't take too long. Just ranks. Well, there's some value for getting the ranks up, I guess. We can get probably the tax-free thingamajigger for Italian, the tax-free permit or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty famous already. Let's see. Like 14,000? That seems pretty high to me. I have a feeling we could rank up pretty quick if we want. Mind you, the discoveries are now fairly far away. We got all the easy ones, so we'll have to do a fairly long trip for that. Alright, we could just give him like a lousy discovery that's not worth much, and then sell the rest to the butler in Lisbon, because that seems pretty profitable. So, before we travel, because the next big trip, I think, will be around Africa and then towards Asia, basically. No, we haven't got a better ship yet. Yeah, I'm just talking about it now. So, we've explored, you know, basically all of Africa, all of South America, and at least the west coast, or the east coast of North America. He wants a total value of discoveries? What a jerk, man. What a jerk. So, we've actually done quite a lot of exploring already, to be honest. I guess I missed possibly something in, towards the Hudson Bay area. I don't know if there's any villages up there, but there's a tiny bit of exploration in the North America coast we could try. But obviously, the majority of the, Indian subcontinent over to China. I don't know if there's much in Australia, but all of like Indonesia, China, Japan, there's lots of stuff over there. Lots of money to be made trading with Japan too if we want to do stuff like that. But I'm not trying to really focus on a trading game per se until we run out of discoveries. I think we're gonna work on getting a new boat. And maybe just one for now. Depends on how much they cost. Like, we've got a fair bit of money, but I want to spend it on good stuff. Like, I'm not really worried about getting into combat or anything right now. I'd like to be able to buy a good figurehead, which is pretty expensive, and getting probably a La Real is probably the ship I'm going to aim for. I think it's probably the if I remember correctly, it's like the fastest exploring trading ship. It's not great for combat necessarily, but we can get bigger ships later if we want. But we need to start improving a city, basically. I don't really have any huge preference, to be honest. But I do see recommended Bordeaux as a pretty good place for building up the economy. I don't know if it gets too hotly contested by other countries for getting jealous of your investment, but I'm kind of happy with that plan. I know you can do it like anywhere. It just costs more or less depending on how developed the city is. Like, we could have just invested in Genoa there, for instance, which might have worked. Now, Bordeaux... Actually, I don't even remember where Bordeaux is. It's just the west coast of France, I think? That was the one we always used in Uncharted Waters 1 as well. No investing in capitals? That's fair. North Europe. Does it not count as Northern Europe? Oh, no, there it is. It's annoying that that's not alphabetical. There you go. Yeah, it is southwest France. Geography. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is approximately the same port that I used in Uncharted Waters 1 to build up most of the time too. Because I guess if you generally base your exploration out of Lisbon in either game, it's nice to have a not capital nearby, because Lisbon and Seville both being capitals of Portugal and Spain, you need something kind of nearby that's not too hard to get to, that's kind of got its own isolated economy, I guess. Also, one of the better ships, yeah. Something, I think, yeah, Northern European cultures have, like, some of the better ships, too. Isn't that the rule? Who's the cartographer of this game? I mean, it's better than Uncharted Waters 1. That game, the map was really wonky. But, yeah, no, I hear you. Alright, so, let me see. How can I explain this best to people watching that have never played this game before? Let's switch the time to daylight, and then I'll try to explain how this works a little bit better. It's kind of wonky. If you want the really best ships, you go to Japan. Oh, yeah. But then, like, you need to be able to ship over some firearms. Like, you need a relatively large trade fleet to bring over enough value to sell to actually afford the ships anyway, right? I'm pretty sure we've done that. But yeah, Japan is, like, the golden area. It's like the Paradox games where they make Sweden super buff. This game, they make Japan super buff. You just check the item store right away. We've already got one bomb. Nothing else helps. Okay, so towns. I guess one way we could do it is we could talk to the waitress about the port, I think. Somebody you can talk to will tell you about the port you're in, right? So, oh, of course, we're not friendly enough. Let's try this again. Not store. Well, stories might work, but where's the tip? Okay, maybe just telling her a story will work. I don't know. We've been all over the world, right? Wow, that's so exciting. Tell me about your port. Just wanted to show off the port stats quickly. Is there any other easy way? I know if I go to the guild, we can just invest. It's fine. I just wanted to show off kind of how the numbers work. Let's see. Trade guild. I'm pretty sure this is where you invest economically, and then the shipyard for industry. For me, it's 11:30 p.m. It's getting late, but it's Saturday night. It's fine. Yeah, so you can invest here up to a lot of money. That's 5 gold bars. Now, I don't think they need that much. Like, before I do that, I'm trying to show off, like, what the actual economy status of the place is. And I'm not sure if the waitress is the only way, to be honest. And then the shipyard allows you to invest into the industry rather than the economy. Same kind of idea. There's a button you can hold for port status. Let's see, maybe in here somewhere? Discovery items, journals. Ah, yeah, there we go. So, just gotta find it again in here. It'll show you what information we know. Or no, it just shows you where it is. That's not right. Left bumper. Oh, there we go. There's a button we haven't shown off yet. Good stuff. So there you go. This is the one I was looking for, yeah. Good enough. So the economy level is 600 with 0 investment. The industry is at 580 with 0 investment. Is it the ratio like 10 to 1 or something? Or maybe 100 to 1? Like if you invest 10,000 gold, it goes up by 100 or something like that. It's pretty expensive, and it takes time for the investment to raise the actual level. But that's how it works. We'll do a little bit of science here. I mean, I'm not super rich, so I can't go wasting all my money right now. Let's just invest 10,000 and see what happens, basically. 1 gold bar. Rich Ankylo. So there, now you can see there's 10,000 gold in industry, and I think if we just sleep a night away, they should spend at least a portion of it. I believe they use some amount of it per day, if I remember correctly. Hopefully it's not per month. Oh, there you go. There's the port info was in the inn, of course. Okay, they didn't actually spend any yet. It's the first of the month. Oh, it takes forever. Okay, so port info gives you who's friendly. So one of the things that happens as well, this is also kind of good to know. By investing 10,000 gold, we have increased Italy's support for the town. So there's that. Should do some insider trading. There is certainly ways of depreciating the value of a port so you can buy stuff for cheap, which is nice when you're trying to buy a ship. Lowered prices. I think I'm going to invest. I don't know exactly how much we're going to need, to be honest. The guide suggests you need a total of 1,000 score in industry and economy, but I don't know exactly how much I need to put in here. It's fine. I'm just going to put 20 grand here and then 20 grand in the other one, and then that'll be hopefully enough. You think you can get it now? Let me just invest into the economy section. It's fine. Like, this is only spending 5 of our gold bars altogether. La Real needs 600? Well, they must be talking about a different boat then. Mike, you know, you can't trust game facts. I'm only barely reading it. Anyway, one day we'll want a full rigged, right? So just invest it now and eventually we'll get a better ship. But yeah, I don't think La Casina, until the actual month ticks over, I don't think you can actually find the ship. But we'll have a look. Yeah, no La Reals here yet. Lots of interesting Northern European ships, but nothing I want. Alright, it's December 8th, so we're going to have to wait 3 weeks. What do we do for 3 weeks? Is there anything? There's nowhere I can make in 3 weeks and back that will be very valuable. Unless there's like a village in like North Scandinavia around the Arctic Circle. It probably isn't. Well, that's probably what I'll do though. Buy some supplies, we'll just go sail up north. Just come back for January, it's fine. At least we're already kind of in Northern Europe already, so it's not that far off. We'll just continue our mapping. Buy glass beads in Amsterdam, sell them in Africa. Like I said, I'm not terribly worried about following tricks from chat to do trade loops. It's cool, but for now, just kind of casually just exploring the world. Sometimes on super speed, though. Alright. I don't know how far I'll go up this way. There's probably nothing up here if I had to take a bet. Should probably save it just in case we get wiped out by a storm. This route was very scary back on the Uncharted Waters, like the first game. You get hit by ridiculously huge wind and, oh look, a supply port. Well, at least we got some fame. You get stuck, basically you could get caught in a little corner along this route, and the wind and the current would be so strong that you couldn't get out of the corner, and then you'd be stuck there forever. So, there's that. Now this actually might be a feasible way to get to Japan. Maybe not right this second, but might be a reasonable way to do it. Can your characters die? Oh yeah. Sailors die all the time, and the mates can certainly die if you sink their ship. Maybe if they get captured in combat against the enemy captain too, I'm not sure. Probably. This was about as far as I wanted to go. I wanted to check this little, whatever, North Sea inlet. I was hoping there might be a village or something in this area. But it doesn't look terribly likely. I mean, I don't think northern Russia is known for a ton of population. Hey, It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. What kind of present will we find on Christmas? We're not quite at the North Pole, but we're not too far off. Should probably stop. Let's turn around here. Getting excited. This is the corner we used to get stuck in, I believe, in the first game. I think it was right that little corner there. Like, the map was a little bit different in Uncharted Waters 1. It's definitely more balanced in Uncharted Waters 2. Like, it's closer to the world map proper, even though it's got still lots of mistakes. But, yeah. It's pretty boring place. In Uncharted Waters 2, this North Sea around the north tip of Europe is pretty boring. Happy New Year. Let's try not to starve, though. 77 food. We should be fine. Just gonna speed my way back. Do I need food? Nah, we'll be fine. We're fine. We can make it back to Bordeaux. Where am I? I'm lost. Oh, I see where I am. Not very familiar with Netherlands. Of course, a bunch of rivers and bunch of water in the lowlands. Of course it is. Alright. Look at that. Perfect amount of food for my trip. And it's this one, yeah. A little bit of sailing experience, you know, no big deal. Level ups for a bunch of people, sure. We're allied with Italy now. Look at that. That might mean the English will get mad at me, though. I'm not sure how that works. In Uncharted Waters 1, enemy factions got pretty cranky if you invested. So it looks like they spend all the money when the month rolls over. So if we wanted to increase the economy levels more, we could invest and wait a few days, and they would spend all the money and go up to the next level of, well, how much did we put in? It was 580, I think, and we put like 30,000 in, so, and the other one was 600. So it looks like you get 22 points per 10,000, maybe? Is that how it works? Is that the math, or 33 per 10,000? Yeah, it's probably, yeah, it's divided by 300, I think. Gold divided by 300 at the end of the month gets turned into economy. Anyway, eventually we'll want to ramp this up even higher. But we'll need more money before I try to get these up to 1,000 industry for sure. So, La Real, how expensive will this be? It actually, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's got relatively low base storage because it's designed for a ton of crew with little cannons, but it does have an amazing speed. Do I want to invest? I kind of want this ship to not suck. So, although I'm not going to make a combat ship, I'd like a ship that I don't have to worry about sinking super easily. So let's see how much a beach real would cost. 40k. Let's just see what the difference is. Oh, that's nice to know, actually. Thanks, bookkeeper dude. That actually makes this a lot easier, but I want to see the difference with a different hull. That's a lot less. Is it worth spending an extra like 7,000 gold? That's, I mean, I've got 220,000 gold right now. I guess I shouldn't cheap out. Almost 230,000 gold. We're spending like, we'll probably spend like 20% of it on a ship. I could try to build 2 of these. I also can spend a fair bit of money on the first figurehead as well. The figurehead will probably be like 16 or 32,000 depending on what they've got. I think I'm still too cheap to go any lower. I don't want to have the expensive hull yet. I can't remember exactly what he said, but something like this. 26,600. That's actually not much more than what we paid for our now. I think we got it used for like 21k, so this is actually not too bad. So what do we want to call this one? We had, the first ship was the cheap. Now I know you guys in chat, some of you maybe that aren't familiar with this game, think we're rich. We are not rich. We made some good money on our discoveries, and we're no longer broke. But we're certainly not in a position where we're rich. We'll let this chat suggest a name or two though. The Light. Maybe. The Welfare Ship. I like the names that refer to our lack of money, at least. So the Welfare Ship, I could see doing that. Let's see if I can. I'm just gonna test out if I can find a way to name it that, because you get 5 letters and then you have to add another word. It should be 2 5-letter strings, if I understand correctly. And then we go next. Yeah, it's probably gonna add a little dash. So long words, you know, sort of work. Food stamps. We can do. It would be foods tamps if we did it like that. Because I think it'll put the dash in it no matter what. The Chicago. I think I'm happy with the Welfare for now. We'll have more ships in the future. Eventually we'll have lots of ships to names. The hyphen is the line break, not always visible. Yeah, but it's still gonna split it like between 2 different lines. Alright, now here's the real question. Because I'm not doing this for combat, how many people do we actually need to sail the ship? I can redesign this if I pick the wrong number, but optimally I want to save space for food and potentially trade goods. So we don't want 160 people or 250 people unless we really need it. Maybe I can find like... $30 plus lookouts plus losses, you think? Because the now was 25. I thought anyway in my head canon that when you switch to ore ships, you tended to need more, but I don't know. Oh, I think I've got a site that will show me there. So just give me a second here as I scroll down. Yeah, the now needed 25 to 120. Yeah, so if we're looking for La Real, it says 30. Yeah, so the minimum's 30. We're not going to do 95. No way. That's way too many. So we want... Let's see. I don't think we need as many lookouts as I've been typically bringing. 40 was the now. This thing needs 5 more sailors than the now did. So if we want the same number of lookouts, 45, I don't see any reason to bring 70 or 90. Like, that's way too many spare crew. It's generally not that hard to go back and pick up some extra crew. And they eat a lot of food. I think I'm probably going to go with like 50 or so. Like, we went with 40 for a long time on a ship that needed 25 minimum. Oh, it's fine. It's no big deal. We'll definitely have more crew once we get into combat. Like, when we're making small max sizes here, it's not going to be a combat ship. But you get maximum speed with 30 men sailing the ship or rowing the ship. Anything past 30 is either lookouts, combat, or just spares in case people die. So I think 20 spares is probably lots. If I was playing Uncharted Waters 1, I would probably even have less. But in this sense, it's probably okay. 60, I mean 50, I still have 50 people is 20 spare. Just keep in mind that every additional man you add on is one less space for food and water and less time that you can be at sea. I think 50 would be lots. And in fact, if I plan on making 2 of these, which I might, you can, if one ship takes some damage, you can transfer between the ships while you're at sea. Like you might argue that if you only have one ship, you need more spare crew, just in case. But once you're getting to 2nd or 3rd ships, you can probably get closer to the minimum, because you don't need them all with lookouts. You just need one ship with lookouts, and spare crew can be moved around sort of as you need. So, because I'm thinking of building 2 here, I'm thinking maybe 50 for the flagship, and then like 40 for the 2nd ship. And then the 2nd ship has some spares, and the flagship has a little bit extra. Would even numbers make it better for math? I don't know how the rounding works. The rounding is wonky. The odd numbers probably mean someone gets stuck on combat doing nothing. So I think I'll do 50, and I'll probably do 40 for the 2nd one. And we're not worrying about guns right now. And yeah, 50 crew with 400 storage is not bad. That should last a fair while. 52 days to build the ship. Can you build 2 at a time? No, of course not. That's the unfortunate part. It does take a long time to build a ship. It's much faster to just buy a used one. You can get like a cool Flemish galleon, right? It's pretty neat. But it's not as good. Alright. So, unless we invest in a 2nd city, we can't really do 2 of these at the same time. 52 days. Man, that's a long way away. Oh, no. Let me just check the other French city to the north here, just in case I want to invest in them as well, maybe. Who knows? Sounds like insider trading.